Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited today because I feel a little bit better than I have been. I'm going to be showing you guys today the dress that I plan on finishing for Christmas Day. We'll see how we go, but that's the plan. So without further ado, let's get into it. Debrief of what's been sort of happening in my life. I feel a little like my sojo got lost a little bit there for a while. I just have been feeling a little bit low on energy and like motivation. We all get like that sometimes. Bit of TMI though, I got my first period back from since I was pregnant. So I feel like that might have had a little bit of something to do with it. But, you know, I'm feeling like I'm getting back on top of it. I've done some projects that just kind of rejuvenated me a little bit. Just sort of quick, easy ones that I've done before, so that I didn't have to think too much. I knew sort of what I was doing. I had to like obviously refresh a little bit with my instructions, but yeah, so if I do seem a little flat, that's kind of why, but I'm hoping that if I finish this dress, it will give me a little bit more of a pep up. That's the plan anyway. So which dress am I talking about? Well, I am talking about the Magnolia dress from Deer and Doe. So the Magnolia dress I've had in my stash for a little while. I had planned to make this specific dress for Lila's first birthday. Obviously that didn't happen. Wow, the birds are out today. They are tweeting like crazy. So I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to put up with the beautiful birds in the background. And yeah, I have a beautiful wattle bird. He's probably not gonna talk now, but he might. He's a resident here. Yeah, so I was planning on making this dress for Lila's first birthday. Obviously that never happened, so Christmas it is. They are a French pattern as well. French pattern. They are a French pattern company, so you can buy their patterns in French or English. I don't speak another language. I don't read another language, so I went with the English version. I wish I could speak it. Technically, I should be able to speak some sort of French because I learnt Italian in high school, but all I know is buongiorno or ciao. Yeah, but that's not French either, that's Italian. Bon voyage. Yeah, anyway, not bilingual whatsoever. Fabulous thing about Deer and Doe is they are a very high-end kind of a pattern company. All of their stuff is quite, yeah, I suppose the word is kind of couture, sort of. I don't know. It's just very like professional. Their stuff, like their whole website is very high-end, professional looking. Doesn't mean a little old soul like me can't do it though. You can buy it in pattern printed. Oh my goodness, there's too many P's in the whole sewing world. Ugh. Anyway, in the printed versions you can get sizes between sizes 34 to 46, but in the PDF they have a much bigger range. So they have, you can print at home, stick it all together, or you can do AO size and just get it printed somewhere else. Or if you have an AO size printer, then sure, go for that. But you know, I don't have the money to do that. So yeah, if you can just get it done at like Officeworks or another company near you. They come in a size 34 to 52, and that is, so like their range obviously isn't the same as ours, like a size 6 to like size 22 or whatever, you know, like their numbers are different. So you do have to look at your measurements for that, which you really should with any pattern. You should be looking at your measurements against their sizing. Just because it says you're a size 12 in ready to wear clothing doesn't mean you're a size 12 in patterns. It's just a lot of pattern companies just use numbers because that's just how it is, but they're not actually the same as like a ready to wear. And let's be honest, we all know that ready to wear size 12 can range ridiculous anyway from company to company anyway. So always do your measurements anyway and look at it from that point of view. As I did say, it is it is a level 3 out of 5, so meaning an intermediate make. Definitely spot on. I noticed that I needed to talk to one of my friends that has done this pattern before, and is a little bit more advanced than I am in sewing. So what I realized after talking to them was that the photos that they showed was actually like the finished product, as in like the finished step, rather than showing like how it is and then showing where you need to sew. And then some pattern companies I've noticed do that. So like they'll show what how you put the pattern pieces together, and then they'll show you where you might actually sew, and then you can you figure it out from there. Whereas Deer and Doe, well, with this particular pattern with Magnolia, the pattern photo was like how you would see it after it's finished. So that really messed with my head, especially because this was one of the patterns that I had actually bought first, but I had a quick look and I kind of looked at it and went, no, it's too much for me at the moment. So then I have done a lot more patterns since, and all of the pattern companies I've done since show what it is before you sew it. So that was a little bit confusing, but once I figured that out, it made it so much easier. So yes, definitely an intermediate make. Now let me show you where I'm up to on this dress. I know this is a bit weird for me to be doing it's not a review, it's just some inspiration for you guys to like for your own Christmas outfits. So I want to show you where I'm up to with it, so that might actually help me explain what the hell I was just trying to explain to you there. Okay, so I am up, so I'm doing the bodice first, which is generally what you do anyway. It does have darts in it. No, not dart. Does it have darts? Yeah, it does. I was like, hang on a second, I surely have done darts, because keep in mind, this has been made, this part has been sewn up since September. So it's been a while since I've looked at this piece, because I've kind of just put it to the side because I was like, mentally I couldn't deal with it, because I think I was kind of, I know this is going to sound really weird, but I was kind of mourning the fact that I couldn't wear it for Lila's first birthday because we weren't able to have a first birthday party. But anyway, so yes, it does have darts, so obviously you will go through all that. But like this part of the bodice was my biggest confusion. So I'll put a photo of the line drawings so you can sort of get an idea of where I'm talking about this part. So this is the back, like the wrong sides. So I had to do this, and I think technically I meant to like overlock like one flap and overlock the other flap and stuff, but I just overlock them together because I'm lazy and time poor. So I found the instructions were a little bit confusing, but then once I had somebody talk to me through it, it kind of, I was like, why did that confuse me? Anyway, I haven't even done the shoulder seams. I thought I thought that the bodice was pretty much up to scratch and all I had to do was the bias binding neckline. Clearly not. That's the problem with projects sometimes. You have to put them down and you forget what you're up to. Oh, do you want to know about this fabric? Oh my goodness, this fabric is amazing. So the Magnolia is a woven specific dress. If you want to make it in knit, well, each their own. But I wouldn't. Anyway, so I spoke to my friend that has made this pattern before, and I decided on this amazing fabric. She suggested the fabric store, which is literally what it's called, the fabric store. They are New Zealand, and they are a New Zealand company, but they have a Melbourne store as well. So I got this amazing fabric. I bought it online, so I wasn't 100% sure what it was going to be like, but she assured me that the fabric was very high quality, very much worth the price, but the price still wasn't even that expensive. Like, it was a great price. I think it was between $20 and $25 a meter, and that's really good for how amazingly soft and luxurious this fabric is. I will show you a really good close up. Now, this fabric's not available anymore. I bought this, I think, late 2019, I think. Early 2020. No, I think it was 19. So it is quite an old fabric, but oh, it's just stunning. I just love it. And I'm so glad that I'm making this dress, because I think it'll really complement this dress. Now, I can't remember if it's A or B. I'm technically making a bit of both, because I am making it in the slightly higher V. I want to be a little bit more covered up. I'm not the maxi version, straight as it is a really deep V, and that's not my style. I'm not really about showing all of my décolletage. So I just wanted it a little bit more covered up. So I'm doing the slightly more covered up version with the flutter sleeve. Now I'll show you this. This is what I thought was kind of cool. If I sit back here, can you see? It's a crazy kind of pattern piece. So yeah, that is the flutter sleeve. So that will go on, and it will have a really nice loose flutteriness, and then flutteriness. Oh my goodness, maxi. I wanted a maxi dress. So so you can see how I'm doing it from a bit of both. Today is cold, so now I'm thinking I wish I had have done the long sleeve version. Oh, and I am doing the slit, I believe. I'm pretty sure I'm doing the slit. I have to double check that on the pattern piece. I am pretty sure I'm doing the slit, because it's got like a really nice slit in the maxi. In the shortest, it doesn't have a slit. That would be quite revealing, I believe. So the fabric is from the fabric store, as I said, and I just thought I'd touch on a few things. Oh, that fabric is also a viscose crepe. It is luxuriously soft. It's the viscose in it that is just stunning. Like, I thought it was great value, but then I actually was just having another little look the other day, because I was trying to see if this fabric was still in their store for you, so I could link it below, but it is not. But I did find something I didn't know. So there's this thing on their site. They're very sustainable orientated, which I think is really cool as well. But I found this fabric that was a viscose crepe, and it said it was like $7 something a meter, and I was like, surely not. Well, no, yes, it was $7. I think it was $7.65 or something a meter, and I was like, that is insanely cheap. And so I had a better look, and it said dead stock designer, and I was like, dead stock designer, okay, who's this designer? We'll have a look. No, it's not a specific designer. It's actually so dead stock is a word for basically like somebody seconds. So they've bought it off maybe a manufacturer or another company that have got this fabric, that is no longer any use to them. They haven't been able to on-sell it, so they sell it at a cheaper price to another person, and then they send those savings onto us. And the reason I wanted to talk about this specifically was because with this pattern, I did a tester, a twill as they call them as well, or a twill. And they always say that you should do your tester in the same sort of fabric as what you're going to do your main piece in. So technically I should have done it in a viscose crepe, but I didn't know that I could buy a cheaper version. This fabric isn't exactly my style. Like, I don't know if I would actually wear it. It was a big stripe. It was kind of cool, and I could, like, the colors, weirdly enough, the colors were kind of what I wear anyway, but altogether I was kind of like, maybe not. But that's kind of not the point. My point is that you could buy this fabric and you could use it as your tester for such a cheap price, but it could look really cool still as well, or it might be something that you just like as well. I'll put a little picture of what I'm talking about, and I'll put the link down below so you can go straight to it as well. Just stunning. Stunning as in I was stunned that there was something like this out there. So definitely go have a look at that link. By the way, I'm not sponsored at all by this company. I just was really enthusiastic about the fact that they are sustainable orientated, and that I have bought from them, and that they are genuinely a fabulous quality. So I just thought, if you can buy it really cheap, then why not? So I might jump on there and get some. This particular dress that I'm making actually I bought 5 meters of it. So it is quite a fabric hungry kind of a dress. So you got to keep that in mind. So it's quite an expensive dress. But I knew that I wanted to have it for a really special occasion. So having that really cheap fabric to have done a tester on would have, I know that my size is what I am doing, which is great, but if I could have done the tester and really, really known, then I would be even more 100% amazed. I could do some testing of the techniques that I haven't done. For instance, I haven't done the binding around the neckline before, so I could do it in that fabric and know that I'm not going to stuff it up, but I know how the fabric is going to act when I do it on my real piece. So that is a big bonus about doing testers, and a really big bonus about getting really cheap fabric that is still amazing quality. The other thing I liked about the fabric store, sorry, this is going on forever, but I'm very passionate about this shop. So they also have these things, instead of a wish list, you can make a mood board, and I thought that was really cool too. And lastly, my favorite feature of the whole thing is this stunning bow at the back. Oh, I'll put a little picture again of it here, because it is a beautiful little detail that I am so in love with. My auntie has always said a few bows and this dress, yeah, it needs that. It doesn't need it, but it's just so beautiful with the bow. It's a back tying bow, but you could easily extend the ties and make it a front tie bow, so you could have it a really big statement bow if that's what you're into. I think that could look really cool as well. So that is it from me today, guys, for my potential Christmas outfit. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and a subscribe, and I hope to chat to you guys again soon.